Hello, leader. Today, it's the fourth episode of a series designed specifically for your team leaders who are responsible to lead people, processes, and profit centers. They come in all shapes and sizes and backgrounds, and they'll bring their own unique style and culture to your small business every day. But how are they doing? Really? Are they feeling competent, confident, and on track? Do they worry that they're not cut out for this role? Do they struggle with understanding what being a leader means? Or are they wreaking havoc across your business? Join me in this series that will provide you and your team leaders with some reinforcement so that they can be more clear and able to focus on what matters most as they continue to evolve into effective leaders. And if you missed the 3 episodes that aired previously, go back and check them out. Those were all about how confrontation is your friend, how complacency is your enemy, and how communication is your core skill when you are in a leadership role. Today's topic, credibility is your biggest asset. And by the way, this is also an attribute that your reputation stands on. Having credibility will take you far in life, both at home, in your community, and at work. The more credible you are, the more people will trust you and want to work alongside you. And who doesn't want that? At Stacking Your Team, you can learn to improve all of this. So let's get started. Welcome to the Stacking Your Team podcast. If you are a woman who owns a small business and you'd like to learn how to lead your team so they don't need you to hold their hand, you are in the right place. I'm your host, Shelley Warren. I've led winning teams in retail, innovative technical teams at a Fortune 50 corporation, and coached many remote teams to win at work. And in case you're wondering, no one escapes team troubles, including me. You already know that the people side of running your business can be tough. I'm here to help. So let's jump into today's episode with a little reminder that the team that got you here may not be the team that will get you there. You'll notice in this series of episodes that I'm referring to you as team leaders. At Stacking Your Team, I consider team leaders to be people who are being paid to lead people, processes, and profit centers. You may or may not be client-facing. You may be billable or non-billable. Your actual role title might be something like lead trainer, operations manager, clinical director, or senior store manager, a technical designer. Maybe you're a lead hygienist or a law firm administrator or something similar. It's not about your role title, it's about the outcomes that you deliver. You've been tasked to improve the business, and that requires you to lead. So whether you're new to your leadership role or you're a long-standing leader, you're going to find these topics relevant. So let's begin with this. Credibility is your biggest asset when you are in a leadership role, because if the people you're responsible to do not trust you, you're done. It's that simple. Sure, your team may appear to toe the line, even appear to be listening to you, but because they don't trust you, they'll keep secrets, undermine you, take different action, hoard information, and build alliances right across the team, even with clients, as a way to protect themselves and their peers because they don't feel that you're cut out to be their leader. Sounds too harsh? Well, get over it, because that type of team dynamic is alive and well out there in the world of work, including in small business, when you put the wrong person in a leadership role. And if the leader doesn't have the self-awareness to admit that they're struggling in their role, if they don't ask for help, if they continue to deflect or abdicate their leadership responsibilities, but hang on to the prestige of the role, it's only a matter of time that people around them will quit, and they often take their coworkers along with them. Sometimes the first person out the door reaches back and grabs some coworkers, setting them up as referrals for new job opportunities with their new employer. After all, you've heard me say this here a million times. High-performing people like to work alongside other high-performing people. So they'll go the extra mile to find new career opportunities for their favorite teammates. Sometimes there is a dramatic mass exit. Super shocking, totally disruptive, and it hits the founder and her leadership team hard. And oh yes, let's not forget about how disappointing it is for your clients and customers to suddenly find out that there's been an incredible amount of team turnover in your business. It directly impacts their level of confidence in you, your overall leadership capabilities, and it makes them wonder, how difficult is it to work with you? None of this is the chatter and speculation that you want to be said about you. You've built this business from nothing, and it was hard. Some days, it still is hard. So it's critical that you never forget that your credibility in yourself, your team members, and your overall brand is what will keep clients and customers coming back and bringing their friends along too. Credibility is the ultimate asset for women entrepreneurs and team leaders alike. Regardless of the size of your team, your revenue, what industry or niche you serve, or how many locations you have, or how big your footprint is. Credibility is everything. It amplifies your expertise, shines a light on your authenticity, and acts as proof of your ability to consistently build trust and reliability with clients, customers, your vendors and partners, and of course, your industry peers. So think of credibility as the megaphone that says everything there is to know about you, and it relays that sentiment far and wide. So how do you build and then ramp up your credibility? In the Stacking Your Team coaching programs, this is a hot topic because it's also linked to visibility for both the founder and her team members. And in our guide, 12 Ways to Motivate Your Team Without a Pay Raise, that you can get anytime over at the website, and yeah, it's free. Inside, you'll see many ideas for ensuring your team members are seen and heard through visibility and professional development opportunities for them. Here's a few. I love seeing my clients shine the light on their team members by giving them full control and decision space for a specific project. Such a great opportunity for them to build credibility. I also love seeing my clients share photos online, showcasing their team members at an event, bringing attention to the cause, an organization, their industry, or a peer. Such a great opportunity for them to build credibility as individuals and a collective team. And I love seeing my clients give over responsibility of developing social media content, articles, videos, and podcasting to their team members. Again, such a great opportunity for them to build credibility and show up, sharing their expertise with those you serve. Hey, I'm pressing pause here for a minute to let you know, if you didn't already, that the Stacking Your Team Team Leader Program is available for you to take advantage of. If you're a leader at a small business, you're not the owner, and yet you're committed to your role and you want to build a career in that small business, here's your chance. Why not up-level your impact through relevant and easy-to-apply trainings, some of my signature tools and frameworks that will save you time, provide an easy way for you to be consistent, and amp up your effectiveness in your role. And yes, I'm your coach, and you'll have monthly and quarterly live sessions with me. Your next best step is to talk with your leader and request that she supports you in your development and enroll you today inside the Stacking Your Team Team Leader Program. It's affordable and exactly what you need to excel in your role. Don't believe me? Check out the testimonials on the website. And hey, you don't need to be in corporate to have a career or leap over into entrepreneurship. You can have a very worthwhile career in small business, and I'm here to help you. Okay, let's get back to the episode. As leaders who are building credibility, it matters that you grow, then maintain consistency in these attributes that will become your credibility, which is the foundation of your reputation for anyone who interacts with you. So grab a pen, here we go. Put your money where your mouth is. Do what you said you do. Be trustworthy with money, business assets, clients, and people. Be reliable with your time, energy, and skill set. Be someone to watch, learn from, and guide others. Take your role seriously. Earn your paycheck, not simply your first paycheck, but every paycheck. Admit that you don't know everything and defer to others who do. Develop self-awareness of where you accurately are adding value and where you are not. Be that leader that asks for feedback and then takes action on it. Offer feedback to others in a thoughtful way, focusing on building those working relationships instead of tearing them down and setting them on fire. Be that leader who brings calm and confidence every day to work instead of drama, gossip, and tomfoolery. Fully know what you're being paid to do, and then do it. Be a great extension of the brand that you're a part of. Notice when you start to complain and have the maturity to stop it and turn it around into taking action instead. Lean into the hard stuff instead of only following through on the easy stuff, and never stop learning, asking questions, and seeking guidance from others you respect so you can develop further. If you take one thing away from today's episode, let it be this. Credibility is your biggest asset when you are in a leadership role, because if the people you're responsible to do not trust you, you're done. Building credibility starts today, and it will become the bedrock of your future, and it can definitely secure your future that will be filled with a variety of opportunities because all along you've proven to not only be ready for it, but set to do well with what new challenges come your way. So before I send you off today, I want to encourage you to consider setting up an expectation with your team members to listen to this episode and then talk about it in a team meeting or your next one-to-one. If you are a team leader, what did this episode spark for you? Why not reflect on it and then discuss your thoughts with your direct leader or other members of your leadership team? I'm sure they'd be keen to hear from you. Credibility is your biggest asset when you are in a leadership role. Now, as I mentioned at the start of this episode, this was a series of episodes that were designed for your team leaders. So if you haven't subscribed to the Stacking Your Team podcast, do it. I also want to prompt you to consider enrolling in the Stacking Your Team Team Leader Program. And while you're checking that out on the website, do yourself another big favor and grab the Ask Shelly script bundles so you can have the words and phrases that will help you learn how to talk with people without sounding like you're reading a script. You know, leadership can be exciting, challenging, and lonely at times. So don't go it alone. Let me help you create the team and the leadership structure that you've been craving. So until next time, remember, if you have a dream, you need a team. So let's get stacking yours today.